Welcome! Today, we're jumping right into a brand new explainer covering a seriously fast-paced botanical quiz from the Quizblitz channel. Now, on the surface, this is framed as a simple digital game, but honestly, it's actually a fascinating, genuine test of our everyday knowledge and just how quickly our brains can process visual information. So get ready to test your own skills.
Okay, let's dive right into this. 52. That is the sheer volume of fruit specimens featured in this visual test. 52 entirely different types of produce that you have to instantly recognize. It sounds like a massive amount of botanical ground to cover, right? Well, the format makes it even more intense.
Because here's the real kicker. 3. You have exactly 3 seconds per fruit to make your identification. Just 3 seconds? I've got to pause and ask you, looking directly at you, could you handle that kind of pressure? Think about it. Your brain has to see the shape, the color, the texture, process all of that, and then retrieve the correct name from your memory bank. Literally all before that tiny clock ticks down. The mechanics of this challenge are wonderfully simple yet absolutely rigorous. Step 1, you see a fruit. Step 2, you guess that fruit in 3 seconds. Step 3, you progress through 4 escalating difficulty tiers. It's a beautifully gamified challenge, perfectly designed to evaluate and really sharpen your ability to recognize produce when you're put on the spot. Now, the quiz wisely starts us off in a very comfortable place. Level 1, the easy tier. This is all about common household staples. It's designed to get you warmed up, establish the fast rhythm of the game, and honestly, build up your confidence just a bit before things get complicated. So we've got extremely familiar staples here. Bananas, apples, grapes, oranges, and yes, even the botanically categorized tomato. With items like these, your brain barely has to do any heavy lifting. You see a green fuzzy oval, you automatically know it's a kiwi. You see a spiky crown, you know it's a pineapple. It's a nice, relaxed pace to kick off this educational game. But don't get too comfortable, because we immediately transition into level 2, the medium tier. This is where the test begins systematically pushing players outward. We're moving away from the absolute basics and stepping into slightly less common produce, the kind of stuff you might not buy every single week, but you've definitely seen around. And the original source actually issues a direct prompt to the viewer right here, saying, medium level, time to step up your game. It's a classic gamification technique. It signals that first subtle spike in the difficulty curve and builds a real sense of excitement. It's basically telling you, hey, the tutorial phase is officially over. So the crucial point is how this list evolves. We start with things that are still very recognizable, like dates, lemons, and mangoes. But then you hit items like cranberries, apricots, or a pomegranate. These require just a fraction of a second more thought. You might confuse a peach for an apricot in a momentary panic, or stumble over identifying a pomegranate that's been cut in half. Suddenly, that 3-second window starts to feel just a tiny bit tighter. And then we hit level 3, the hard tier. The safety rails are completely off, we are drastically speeding up the mental load, and the visual test gets so much more demanding. You really have to know your produce sections inside and out to survive this level without stumbling. The narrator of the Quizblitz challenge hypes up the audience with exactly that sentiment, declaring, no holding back, it's the hard level. Take a quick narrative breath with me here, because we're plunging headfirst into much tougher, far more ambiguous botanical territory. And this brilliantly illustrates that shift in difficulty. Sure, a star fruit might be easy because of its distinct star-like shape, but distinguishing a mandarin from a regular orange in 3 seconds, or instantly recognizing a handful of gooseberries, that is where the challenge really starts to bite back. The curveballs just keep coming, too. I mean, throwing in a vanilla bean as a fruit. Brilliant. Or asking you to visually identify a pomelo or a yuzu in a literal blink of an eye. These selections truly evaluate a foodie's recognition skills. You either know it instantly, or you're just left staring blankly as the timer expires. Which brings us to the grand finale. Level 4, impossible. The exotic test. This is where the challenge leaves your local, everyday supermarket completely in the dust and enters the extreme fringes of global produce. Impossible level, do you accept the challenge? That's the highly energetic dare directly from the source. It's daring you to test your own skills against the ultimate, exotic visual test. So, are you ready to see what's actually on this final list? Just marvel at the sheer diversity here. Think about the massive psychological jump required for this. Identifying an apple? That's automatic. But processing the visual data of a massive, spiky jackfruit, a pungent durian, or a tiny jujube, and recalling its exact name in under 3 seconds, that requires a deep, almost specialized level of botanical familiarity. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer contrast. You have the apple from the easy level compared directly against the exotic complexity of a mangosteen from the impossible level. This perfectly encapsulates the entire journey of this visual quiz. We started with the universally recognized simple red sphere of an apple and ended up with the thick purple rind and segmented white flesh of an exotic mangosteen. It goes to show just how wild the botanical variety gets by the end of the run. As this fast-paced educational game wraps up, the original source prompts active audience engagement, asking viewers to pick their next challenge and subscribe to their channel for more content. It's a remarkably smart way to turn a quick visual test into an ongoing interactive learning experience that keeps people coming back to test their memory. So what should we take away from all this? Well, I want to leave you with this question. Could you successfully identify all 52 fruits in just 3 seconds each? This matters because it reveals exactly how much of the natural world we truly recognize and how staggeringly fast our brains can categorize it when put under pressure. It challenges us to look way beyond our standard grocery lists. So tell me, how well do you truly know the vast, delicious diversity of the natural world?